Hello, our Desi and Pardesi friends. I'm Shweta
I'm Naveen.
and welcome to A Desi Abroad. Well, dear friends, we've got a lovely recipe for you today. A recipe which reminds me of my childhood days. It is the delicious and mouth-watering hot cross buns. This is a bun that is eaten traditionally for Good Friday, but at home we love it so much that we make it in large batches and eat it throughout Lent. And it tastes absolutely heavenly with a dollop of butter and a cup of tea. So without further delay, let's take a look at how we make these delicious buns. So to make a batch of 6 buns, we are taking 250 grams of strong white flour. This is the kind of flour that you use for baking breads. To this we are adding 75 grams of caster sugar, quarter teaspoon of salt. Now we are adding in quarter teaspoon of allspice powder and quarter teaspoon of cinnamon powder. 1 teaspoon of instant yeast. If you're using the active yeast, then make sure that you activate it before adding it to the mix. Mix all the dry ingredients thoroughly using a whisk, and then we are going to add in the wet ingredients. Add in 1 beaten egg, 75 ml of milk and 40 grams of melted butter. Now using a spatula, we are going to mix all the ingredients so that they bind into a dough. And then we are going to transfer this dough onto any clean surface and knead it till it turns soft and springy. This will take about 5 to 10 minutes. Once the dough has been kneaded thoroughly, lightly grease a bowl and then place this dough in it. Cover with a kitchen towel and leave it to rise in a warm place for 2 hours. After 2 hours, you can see that the dough has almost tripled in size. So lightly sprinkle the work surface with flour and then we are going to knead this dough for another minute. Now lightly roll out the dough and add in a cup of raisins. Gently knead the dough so that the raisins are evenly distributed and divide it into 6 portions. Shape them into buns and rest them on a baking tray, and we've lined the baking tray with a baking sheet. Now cover it again with a kitchen towel and leave it to rise a second time for about half an hour. This double rising method will make the buns soft and spongy when you bake them. And now it's time to pipe the crosses over the buns. So for the crosses, make a thick paste of flour and water, add it to a piping bag and pipe horizontal lines on the buns. Then turn the tray and pipe the cross line on the buns. Sorry friends, we forgot to add the egg wash before we pipe the crosses on the buns. So make sure that you beat a whole egg and generously brush the egg wash over the surface of the buns. This will give the buns a very glossy and shiny look. Now preheat the oven to about 180 degrees, and the oven that we are using here is an electric oven. Once the oven is nice and hot, place the buns in the oven and bake them for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes of baking, see how gorgeous and golden they've come out. So soft and spongy. And to make them even more delicious, I'm going to brush them with honey. These honey-coated, soft and delicious buns are an absolute treat to have, and I just can't wait to try one of them. Well, dear friends, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Give this recipe a try this Good Friday, and I'm sure you'll fall in love with these hot cross buns. And before you go, please do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell icon to receive notifications of all our latest video uploads. And we will see you soon with another mouth-watering recipe. Until then, have a lovely week ahead and stay safe.